All good, all good. Leg it. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this weekend's match week here in the northern suburbs of Greater Melbourne. My name is William Bennett. I'll bring you all of our State League action for this lovely, slightly overcast afternoon. Our visitors, Ballarat City, coming to this game in a little bit of mixed form, having had a few rough defeats in the past couple of weeks, losing 4-3 at home against Bringback Stallions and 1-0 away up at Whittlesea. With the last win, just a nice tidy 1-0 down Geelong in what is a bit of a regional derby between two competing teams, often to be Victoria's number 2. Otherwise, Upfield, our hosts, a bit of a rough start to the year, only managing just a solitary win and a draw. Certainly would be keen to replicate their reserves' firm victory earlier this afternoon. That was a 6-3 result. Not too bad considering that they came down from 3-0 at half time. Overall, pretty good conditions here in Melbourne's north. Not too shabby, but certainly relatively relaxed. Certainly our pitch today looking pretty decent. There's only a few bumps and bruises here and there. Something that any pitch certainly gains towards the more colder months of the year. But today certainly looking nice and fresh, nice and green for the most part. And certainly something that I'm sure both our teams will be keen to get on and just ready to get themselves underway. So it shouldn't be too much further away, as we're just in the final 2-minute warning for our teams. Our mascots today certainly keen to get out there. Perhaps one or two of them a bit cold today, certainly understandable given the breeze. As our hosts finally do make their way out for the pitch. Of course, as per usual, bench leading everyone out. With our seniors already in line up, as we're joined by the visitors in Ballarat, of course. Now, lads, you just have sight for yourselves, being bang behind. They will have a nice little community parade out for them both very, very shortly. Something you all get to enjoy in just the shake of a lamb's tail. Otherwise, this afternoon, without any further ado, we'll get into our starting lineups Beginning with our hosts, with number 1, Antonio Aguila Rohan. Number 3, Ahmed Elmi. Number 5, Nicholas Akrakakis. Number 7, Ray Ono. Number 9, Vanny Shamoon. Number 10, Jonathan Fernandez. Number 12, Simon Tolley, their captain for the afternoon. Number 17, Salvatore Accardo. Number 21, Nicholas Vorgalis. Number 26, Peter Scopoliti. And number 34, Ibrahima Sumi. As for our visitors this afternoon, they have a number 1, Dover Carlton in goal. Number 4, Aidan Lane. Number 7, their captain Nelson Salvatore. Oh, no relation. Number 8, Tashu Sugiyama. Number 9, Zach Francis. Number 11, Daniel Angeleski. Number 14, Ronaldinho Salvatore. Number 16, Shagai Dukhaji. Number 21, Yoshiro Shiromi. And number 34, Takahiro Uchiyama. Certainly a nice little touch for the weekend, and certainly a moment I'm sure that these young footballers will be keen to remember in many years to come. So there's always a nice little joy at any stage of a youngster's career, getting lead out the senior players as a bit of recognition for their own talents and abilities. And of course, great for community outreach. Otherwise, our referees this afternoon will be led by Bruno Anilo. So as we await start and whistle, it does seem like our host will be kicking from left to right in their very deep blue kits. Myself, I reckon that's more of an Oxford, so I might say a bit of a navy. I don't know, I don't do colours. I'm not a painter. As for our visitors in Ballarat, given their kit clash, they will now be kicking from left to right as the left side to have a bit of a swap of the pitch. And so they'll be playing in their white and navy for the afternoon. Of course, 2 very easy colours for any Ballarat side to pick, given their town's history well into the gold mining years. Of course, the blue and white very much deeply ingrained in the history of our beautiful state, as well as being derived from our state and national flags. It's of course very much upon the famous Eureka flag, a key event in Victorian and Australian democratic developments. Of course, an event that means much to many people on all wings of the political spectrum. Some perhaps a bit more emotional than others when it comes to that particular banner. And so it shall be number 9, Zach Francis, with the honour for Ballarat to get underway this afternoon. I'm sure 1 or 2 of these lads will be keen to finally get this game underway. Even 1 or 2 shivers we can see already. Hopefully they're all nice and stretched up as we do finally get that kick-off whistle. As belted deep by the centre half, up and towards the Upfield goal. But a little bit of footballing tennis, as both sides just trying to figure out, okay, what's the go here? Who's going to get through first? Who's going to get through last? In many ways, certainly a bit more reflective of the mob football roots that our beautiful game does on what they ascend from. Of course, one or two of these games certainly do reflect perhaps more closer variant today, being rugby football. Of course, no one should be carrying a ball per our keepers. An unfortunate touch there from Vulgars, as he's looking to progress down towards enemy goals. Of course, as did mention in our rambling pre-game spill, in the earlier reserves game, it was Upfield that went on to win an impressive 6-3 after initially being down 3-0 to the visitors. So sure that Jonathan Sebastian Munoz' side would be very keen to replicate that scoreline and get all 6 points of the afternoon. Ricardo opts to play back into Ono. Ono across nice and easy for Elmi. And we back off Ono. Ono under pressure here from Duhaji. Agrikakis playing out for his wing, as it said, up and forward, eventually in to a very promising forward position. The momentum briefly being snuffed out and resulting in our first corner of the afternoon. Well, certainly is plenty of promise from the set piece. Mathematically though, only 3% of corners do ultimately result in a goal. So, are the odds in Upfield's favour? Well, let's find out. As it swung in and swiftly dealt with for naught. Chance here, off the woodwork, not out of danger yet. Eventually with the gloves of David Colton. Colton absolutely knocking it deep into the opposing half. He's presently with Francis. He's trying to fire as a forward option. In the end, can only find the boot of the opposing centre half. Cleared out for a throw. Just in front of their own technical area. Bit of pressure there upon the Upfield midfielder. In the end, it is free kick for the opposition. Francis looking to take them all on. Brings it forward. Shot on. Denied by the keeper. Cleared by Elmi. And so Ballarat get their first corner of the afternoon. So a nice little tally. I'm sure they're keen to get underway here. Is their captain with the honour. And is swapped over, deceiving us all in the process. But the players very much dealt with nice and swiftly. And speaking of swiftly, here comes Fernandez. Gets past his opponent. Plays off his wing. It's swung into the box for Elmi to collect. What can he do here? He's collected by Francis. As the switch is on by looks things to Angeluski. Up forward to Shamun. Come across the handball. Waved on by a referee. Play sent back into the outfield half. Bit of a dive there from Anguilla Roja. Perhaps not entirely necessary, but at least a nice bit of showmanship. It's always appreciated. Who doesn't like a keeper with flair? Especially Colombian keepers of the 90s. Oh, how we miss those days. And those kits. Alright, again, threatening to progress forward. Sparks getting 1 or 2 touches in there. So they've been a very key player for the visitors this afternoon. Presently is with Salvatore. The line cleared by Suma. A chance swinging in for Ballarat. Denied by Suma. Headed briefly cleared by Scopolidi. Now for a Ballarat throw. In a promising area. They certainly are very much at the numerical disadvantage. So if they can to commit here, I should have already brought numbers forward. Given how it feels effectively park the bus. But it's a bit of a negative fashion, but it is effective to deal with the situation. As it is eventually cleared. Suma playing to Elling. For Ono. Throw for the hosts. With a bit of a distance, tries to send Fernandez on. Ultimately, it just fell in a throw for the visitors, bang in front of our position. Quickly taken there by Uchiyama. Cleared by Suma. And it just about touches the halfway line. And kicked forward by Shumi. Fernandez plays forward for Shamoon. Shamoon tries to swing it in, but is dealt with by the back line of Ballarat. And so, once again, go out for an upfield corner. Certainly a moment they're keen just to commit to, get the numbers forward. As if they could trap their opponents within their own half. And ideally, in their own net. As the corner ball is swung in. No clear touches. It calls a handball off Francis. It's waved off. Ball still just about in play. Eventually deflected out for a throw. So a promising spot for Upfield. Looks like Shelby, once again, Elmi, the throw, quickly played in, just kept in play there. Couple shouts of handball from the outfield players, ignored very much by a referee. Certainly plenty of complaints from both sides in this current minute. So something our referee should be keen just to deal with, get both teams under control, and show who's in charge. Agrikakis playing wide for Scopolidi. Scopolidi careful just to regain possession there, after briefly losing it. He progresses forward, off Fernandez. Swung into the box, off the header, I do believe Shimon there. And indeed, yes, it was the number 9, Vanny Shimon. Not only get the head into it, but get the goal as well. And so, we've only, 10-ish minutes played here. It is Upfield 1, Ballarat City 0. And so, our hosts very much in a keen position, not only getting the lead, but perhaps even getting the 6 points from today. Very, very tasty start from the lads in blue. And indeed, a very tasty goal from the head of Shimon. Kukakis, under pressure, is dispossessed as the ball is swung in towards goal. No one's there to collect for Ballarat, and said an easy pick up there for Agriola Rohan. Trying for the right option, eventually plays forward. Not clear, picked up by Akrakakis as he plays back for his keeper. Visitors in an offside position. Eventually it is played by a referee. After quite a delay, it has to be said. Shamoun, with some great aerial action there. Does well to play off Uchiyama. Gain the throw for his side. Back with Shimon. That's been thrown in by Elmi. A chance for Ricardo. Calls for a foul and naturally penalty. Waved on. Present with Francis. As he looks to knock it forward. Finds Akrakakis. He returns it into the opposing half. Can't connect with his teammate though. It's back with Ballarat, and more specifically the boot of Duhaji. So he sends it forward for Salvatore. Swung in towards goal, collected by the outfield keeper. And so a chance to have a bit of a break for everyone involved, especially yours truly. Great bit of footwork there from Ricardo. Fernandez plays back into Akrakakis. Akrakakis knocks it well forward. Headed out there by Vulgaris. And so it shall be Salvatore throw for Ballarat, as this time is knocked again by Vulgaris. Once more, Ballarat do find themselves in a very healthy position, very much quite advanced, but again outnumbered, as if they're almost afraid to commit. Something they have to be quite careful of, given they are already down a goal. And so, perhaps just getting the equaliser should be their first and only priority at the moment. Even if they have been able to get forward, it's certainly not enough just to do the 90%. You've got to get the whole 100. Suma, back for his keeper, as it's played wide for the fullback. Throw for the hosts. Can't quite find the head of Fernandez there. They shall still be able to progress up the wing via the throw, to which they shall have a third after that firm clearance from the Ballarat defender. Shiomi, with a cracking switch, does manage to find the head of Uchiyama. He's able to get forward, and foul is conceded against his teammate. And so, free kick for Ballarat. in a very, very prime location. As we see the upfield wall very much taking shape. Just a 3 committed. Referee giving permission for the ball to be played in. With the kick not exactly panning out in either direction for either side. Just allowing for the stray defender just to get in there, knock it forward, play it safe, and let everyone get their structure again. Shimon, free to break, does get the free after a bit of a contact there from his counterpart. And so, just as quickly as we thought, perhaps might see the equaliser, perhaps, we might see our second with the free kick. Certainly, strong opportunity given how much Upfield like to commit, bit to attack, bit to defend. They've always got numbers for these key moments in a game. Ball swung into the box, not clear enough just yet. With Suma, plays just aside to Agrakakis. Scopolidi tries to dance past the Ballarat midfielder. In the end, just knocks it long. Can't link up with any of his counterparts. But there's still a chance here for Upfield if Shimon can just get control of it. Got a few touches there. No foul is the referee's decision though. Probably a fair call once you get able to watch the replay. There is an absolute call there. Is the offside position against number 14, Ronaldinho Salvatore of Ballarat. So they're going to be one of the easiest calls our refereeing departments will have all afternoon. With one toilet there between Agrakakis and Vulgaris. As Vulgaris plays in the Scopoliti tries to go for the switch for Suma. Suma got control up for Elmi. Elmi making use of Fernandez. Fernandez tries to send it long. Does find Shamon. He's dispossessed. Free kick for the visitors. Full speed away taken after a very rapid response. A bit too rapid for our referees. It's with Salvatore. Nelson Salvatore, to be precise. Knocked forward by the outfield back line. There's obviously a little bit of footballing tennis with a couple of back and forth balls. There is a chance for the visitors as it's swung towards the box, cleared by Agrakakis. Upfield not entirely out of trouble yet. As an opportunity for Duhaji. He helps to play wide for Yushigama. Yushigama swings it on. Deflected. Not out of danger just yet, Upfield. As the ball rolls in after a few poor touches, both from the centre half and the keeper. And so it is Upfield 1, Ballarat City 1, as we go back to level pegging here this afternoon. Couldn't quite see who got the final touch in the end. But irregardless, we are back to level pegging once more. And very much game on here in the north of Melbourne. Alright, perhaps moments just make it 2-1 in their favour. So the idea of momentum very much all flickering in their eyes, quickly snuffed out as it's collected by the outfield keeper, Aguila Rohan. Fernandez in space, does well to keep it in play. Under pressure from Ishigama. Dispossessed. As ball is sent forward for Duhaji. Knocked by Francis. It's been collected by Aguila Rohan. And knocked back into the outfield half. Throw for Ballarat with Uchiyama. Manages to find Duhaji. Duhaji can't control it though. Not forward by Agrikakis. Agrikakis plays up for Vulgaris. Vulgaris having to knock it back for safety. Eventually it does go out for a throw in the host's favour. Scopolesi in control. Finds Fernandez via the throw. Fernandez under very firm pressure. Upfield can't quite get to Shimon. He's very full position in the end. Back with the visitors. As they threaten the dual option of Duhaji and Salvatore. Francis brought down by Duhaji. And so a free kick just within their own half. Vulgaris plays an own into his captain. Swung in by Scopolini. No one's there to collect. A very well-timed touch from the upfield midfielder there. Ricardo can't quite make up for his defending abilities there with getting the touch his team needs. Suma. Can't link the switch. So back with Ballarat as they're trying to break out their own half. After a few moments of being very much under pressure. Perhaps a little bit unsure of how to deal with their opponents. Escopoli placed by Vulgaris. Vulgaris swings it into the box. Oh no. Fernandez. Fernandez with a shot. Off the crossbar. Back into the head of Shimon. And so, with a cheeky cherry, it's Upfield 2, Ballarat 1. Second for Shimon this afternoon. Certainly leaving his opposing keeper, David Colton, lost for words in a moment of disbelief. Certainly not the first time the ball's gone off the crossbar. So he has to be very much careful with his touches for the rest of this game. He definitely did have a bit of contact with the ball before it went to the goal. But not for the complete deflection and shot from Shimon. As Fernandez rushed forward, threatens to make it 3, plays to Shimon. Shimon won't be able to play his shot in, offside for Upfield. Val's been a bit too keen to make it 3-1. Can you blame him? The momentum's there. Press it, and press it hard. Press it like a Breville, if you will. Scopolini does well to deny Duhaji the opportunity to gain possession in a very dangerous position. Fernandez can't quite complete the favour for his side. Cardo brought down. Shall be a free kick for Upfield. Firmly in their own halves. And so, given the depth of the position into their own half, is left for Aguila Rohan to take the free kick. As again, which has been quite typical for Upfield in this afternoon, when there's a moment for them to get forward or need to pull back, they'll commit almost all numbers forward. Very something nice to see in the side that's very much, are you in or are you out? And they're always in. A bit like a hermit. The free kick for Ballarat, played and wasted almost in a split second of a whistle. Perhaps the midfielder yesterday a bit too keen to take use of the opportunity. Sometimes you just do need to sit back, take a breath, pick your man, then go for it, not just go, okay, whistle, play it, then pick your man. Very much a waste opportunity. That could have led to a fair bit of promise there for Ballarat. So they do look for good going forward. Just want to get forward. They struggle a bit in their final third. But they're threatening here. Francis can't quite get the touch there he needs. Caught nice and comfortably along the ground by Aguila Rohan. As he knocks it forward into the opposing half. Midfielder there just can't quite keep it in play. So throw for Ballarat on the far side. Back with Carlton. As he plays for his centre half in Sugiyama. Off Elmi. Sugiyama into Uchiyama. Francis plays in towards Angeleski. Fortunately for Angeleski, called offside. What should have almost certainly been 2-2 this afternoon. A very, very promising moment for the visitors. But with the final touch off the glove of Aguila Rohan, it did hit the woodwork. And so safety for Upfield either way. Cardo with a slight touch there. Followed up by a Therma touch with the deflection. Shall give Uchiyama a throw. Uchiyama playing into his centre half. Can't get cleared too far. It's with Shimon at the moment as he looks for an option. Goes for Scopolidi. Swung in towards the box. A bit too much welly behind that one. As it pairs out for a Ballarat throw on the near side pitch. Uchiyama. Impressive distance there. Finds Francis. Francis under pressure by Agrikakis. Shimon. Ono. Fernandez. Into the boot of Vulgaris. Across for Scopoliti. Very much in their own half here Upfield now. Suma. Ono. Fernandez. Finds Ricardo, who is completely decimated there from the tackle by the boot of Tsujiyama, who does get our first booking of the afternoon. Just a yellow for that challenge. So the Giro Ricardo's okay, given the crunch off that ball there. But he's very much up on his feet. That's just going to be a bit sore for the rest of the half. But nothing that the magic sponge or the magic spray can't fix for the second half. Now we eventually get the free kick underway. Plays back for Ono. Ono goes for Fulgaris. Fulgaris, quick flick back for Suma. Suma into his keeper, Aguila Rohan. Belts it forward. It's over into the opposing half. Can't get to the head of Ricardo. Throw for Elmi. Fernandez to Ono. Ono pressured. Dispossessed. Suma denying the advance of Ballarat as he goes to ground. Elmi with a slight touch will concede the throw in a potential offside position. Throw for the hosts. Elmi looks for the long option as it is knocked forward by Sujiyama. With Francis, who tries to flick it forward for Duhaji. Shares a handball. Waved off. What could have been a very controversial moment for the other side. So it'd be one to have a nice look back on the replay. So if any of you fine folk is looking for something to go back over, let us know. Handball or no handball. The choice is yours. Ballarat once more looking to press forward. Salvatore leading the charge. Plays back for a bit of support. Presently is with Taishu Tsuchiyama. Plays wide for Salvatore. Swung in towards Watts by Yoshigama. Just deflected by the outfield player. Either way into the gloves of Aguila Rohan. Who's certainly been very reliable for our hosts as it stands. Despite the earlier goal. Chance. Comfortably knocked in there by Haji Duhaji. And that makes that Upfield 2, Ballarat 2. As we've broken into the final 15 minutes here. We're shaping up to be a very, very exciting second half, not too far away, on our broadcast for the afternoon. Certainly a very, very tasty header goal there by Haji Duhaji. I don't know if he could do that again if he wanted to. It was very much prime position and a bit of prime time action. Carlton collecting the battle there between the outfield players. Scopoli does well just to deny the forward advance of Ballarat as a link looked to link up with the early goal scorer in Duhaji. Swung into the box by Ballarat. A look for Francis. Can't quite find this occasion. So Ballarat look to play back a bit. Reshape. Re-attack. Ideally not in offside position. Regardless, moment of safety for Upfield. As we just about reach the 10-minute mark into the end of regulation time for this first half. Of course, there shall be a couple additional minutes of injury time. I'm expecting at least 3 as things stand, given the 4 goals and the booking. Though I'm sure arguments could be made for at least as much as 5. Given a few minor interruptions. Certainly a conservative 3 minutes should be the go here. Elmi, some fancy footwork. Finds Shimon, double goal scorer of Upfield. Shimon himself showing some fantastic use of his feet. Equalizing. Knocks it forward into his captain. He's under pressure. Does well to keep possession for his side. May have a crack himself. Brought down. No foul as the corner is awarded for Upfield. And so, with Ray Ono come up for the boot, can our hosts make it 3-2 as we head not far away into half time? Swung in, can't find the head of anyone. Francis clears it. Scoppolidi, can he send it back in? Just about. Quite a good action there. Accardo brought down, no foul. But a corner looks like it shall be awarded in Upfield's favour. As we do have an injured player after a fair bit of firm contact. Corner swung in. No one getting a very firm heading touch to it. There's still a chance for Upfield. Swing it back in. As we see Vulgaris do just that. Not getting any further than the gloves of Colton. And Scoppolidi plays the throw into Tolley. Back for Scoppolidi. Caught offside. Nice bit of head work there from Ono. As Ballarat really struggled to get their own half. Cardo, unfortunately, have to touch there. And what could have easily been a 3-2 moment for the hosts. Ballarat eventually breaking to the opposing half. As Yoshigama is wide and deep, swings into the box. It's knocked by Suma for safety. But Cardo and Upfield not in danger yet. Back with Yoshigama. Brave touch from Salvatore. Fernandez sends it wide for Vulgaris to chase into, and he's got control. Vulgaris to Tolley. Tolley swings it in towards the box, collected by Colton. Knocked forward for Salvatore into his captain. Back for Salvatore to have a touch. Bit of a knock there. No foul is the decision of our referee. And so, goal kick for the hosts. And what could have been a real moment of danger. And we do have another injured player. This time being number 3 this afternoon. Ahmed Elmi. With a bit of a head knock. And so, given a couple of late minor injuries we've had on both sides now, perhaps that called a liberal 5 minutes, if you will, argument-wise, might be a little bit more conservative than we may have initially realised here on our sidelines. The goal kick going nowhere but for a throw, as Yoshigama is looking for an option. Cleared by Rakakis. Yoshigama does well to keep it in. Fernandez. Beaten by Francis, as Francis tries to send in Duhaji. Elmi's there first. He plays back for his keeper. Aguila Rohan showing that he can be a bit of a sweeper keeper when he needs be. Great little bit of footwork there. A moment of potential for Upfield just to break through their opposing backline, catch them unaware, snuffed out by Ballarats. As they're back under control, so they look to send Yushigama forward once again. He gets the touch. Onside is the referee's decision as Yushigama swings into the box. Eventually it does end up with Salvatore, but not in a position that's going to help him by any means. Ballarat look to play back into their back defensive line, just to regain a bit of shape there. As everyone was caught a bit lost. Francis caught offside, but just. So very much disputing the offside call there. Right, so it was tight in the moments. And that's about as far as I can comfortably give the Ballarat midfielder. So this time, I play forward for Salvatore. Tsuchigama swings into the box, touch of Francis. Can he get his shot on? Yes, he can. And so, with that tasty strike from number 9, Zach Francis of Ballarat, is Upfield 2, Ballarat City 3. And so, given that only a few brief moments to go, it was a bit aggrieved the offside. I think in the end of the day, Francis won not the battle but the war in his fight against the linesman's position. And so, with only a few minutes left to play of our first half, the visitors are very much in the advantage, and for the first time this afternoon in our senior fixture. Questions, of course, got to be asked. What's for our second half? I see a moment for the host to potentially make it 3-3. Very much snuffed out there by the crossing boot of Francis. Not quite getting the touch he wants. Though he's normally someone who's quite consistent, quite clean with his passes. Elmi finds Ricardo, who's pressured. Akrikakis, Scopolidi, can't find Tolly. It's sent forward into Salvatore, who's knocked down massively by Suma, as our referee in Daniel Aniello points to the spot. And so, very much on the cusp of half-time, our visitors have almost perfect opportunity to extend the lead to 4-2. And what would be a tremendous turnaround of affairs for them in this game. And so their number 10 steps up to the mark. Unfortunately, it's not in our books this afternoon. He shoots, he scores, clear conversion. Of course, the penalty, it's always harder to miss than score, but nonetheless, it is Upfield 2, Ballarat City 4. As we're now very much in 2 additional minutes to be played here. It's given the 2 late goals can now be as much as 6, not even 7. So keep an eye on your clocks. This could go on for a bit. Fernandez, a nice little touch there. Finds Shamoon. Shamoon into full guard. Can't control. Salvatore pressured. Still on his feet. Eventually cleared by Vulgari. Sorry for the visitors. Much full of life here. As Yushigama steps up for the throw. He's got Francis in a healthy option. And then does play, so I do believe Juhaji there. In the end, Arafre decides to end affairs pretty much a bang on the 2 minutes extra mark. So they're not keen to add too much more into this half, as is his discretion ultimately, of course. And so the halftime score here is Upfield 2, Ballarat 4. Well, it's been a very high-scoring affair, a high-scoring half. Unless selling an exciting half, as I'm sure much more action to come in the second 45. As for ourselves, we're going to take a quick 10-15 minute break here. Why don't you grab yourself a cup of tea, a couple of bickies, and we'll be back for all the second half action nice and soon. And welcome back to our second half. Of course, the present scoreline is still remaining from half time. Upfield 2, Ballarat City 3. Finally, we have been able to confirm for you all at home who was the penalty scorer. That was number 10, Michael Trigger, their player gaffer. Guess who forgot to put whose name on their team sheets earlier this afternoon? You know what, our second half shouldn't be too far away, as our community here at Upfield just quickly hurried off. I tried a bit of a kick at half time. Can you blame them? It's really a nice pitch to have a kick upon. Doesn't seem like there's been any changes from first half. But if there's any, of course, as we're absent of a fourth official, we'll let you know who we see when we see them. Still waiting a second half whistle. So we do see a couple of changes eventually. One apiece. So we'll just confirm those numbers for you shortly as we try to figure out who came off. But as for coming on, well, that should be a little bit easier for us, as we can confirm that it'll be number 20, Tobias Hagaley, who's come to join for Upfield. And so with that, that does give us our second half whistle to get us back on the way, back in action, and all that lovely stuff. Mild challenge there. Does give the outfield keeper a bit of a knock. Should be alright. Just looks like he landed worse than he was hit. But he's up on his feet and should be all good. Just a little bit stiff at most. As the referee gives the drop ball. Belted along as it's headed with some oomph by the Ballarat fullback. Deflect the ball, going on a little bit of a holiday as it runs into the far adjacent fields. Shumi forced to come back after it gained a little bit too much for the throw. Francis under pressure, looks for his gaffer in Trigger. Trigger plays for his captain Salvatore. Salvatore into Shiomi. Shiomi looks to play the forward ball for Duhaji. In the end, Duhaji not quite on the same wavelength. And so a chance for Upfield's keeper in Aguila Rohan. Just have a breather, collect themselves and get the goal kick swiftly underway. Should be a throw for Shiomi. On the head of Hagaley. Brought down by Francis. Is pressured. That's just with him now. Only for the briefest of moments. Throw for Scopoliti. Finds Fernandez. Fernandez under pressure. Does well to break pass. As the ball swings towards the box, can't find the connecting head that he desires. And so here's a chance for Duhaji, perhaps make it 5-2 here. as he looks to battle past for Gailey, who now wears the captain's armband for our hosts. Shomi playing to his captain. Salvatore, touch back for line. Francis can't break past the Gailey. So throw once more for the visitors into the hands of Shiomi. Shiomi eventually placed for Francis. It does end up finding Salvatore. Salvatore knocking it back to the side for Shiomi to try and whip it into the box. Unsuccessful on this attempt. Lane. Plays wide for Uchigama. It's with Suriyama. Briefly with Carlton, the Ballarat keeper. As Ballarat right, once again play all the way back. Make sure that they are in formation and controlled from back to front. So that's helping provide them a fair amount of structure in the first half. And arguably has led to them gaining their present 2-goal lead. Of course, the offside position certainly does help for Ballarat. With Upfield caught offside there. Looks like it was Chamon who was a little bit too far advanced for his own good. Sent forward by Aguila Rohan. Finds Tollett. Tollett can't quite get the target there. A bit wide of the mark. So goal kick for David Colton. Trigger. Plays wide for Lane. Lane into the boot of Shiomi. Shiomi sends it long for Francis. Francis can't get there. Present with Ono. Ono for Gailey. Scoppoliti battling against Francis. With a manhandle there in the process. Bedgood knocks it forward, but no one's there to collect for Ballarat. And so it shall remain Upfield 2, Ballarat City 4. Long ball up for Scoppoliti, who does get there. It's pressured by Shiomi. Shiomi coming up the victor there in that battle. Hagelin. Back for his keeper. Ball sent wide and intercepted by the opposition. We've got a perfect chance to score here. The offside being ignored. A moment of some relief there for Aguila Rohan being able to get touch of the ball and into his possession. And what should have almost certainly been Ballarat's 5th of the afternoon. So now a chance for our hosts. Scoppoliti looks to try and battle off Shiomi. Shiomi coming up the fixer there. Bedgood, quick into Francis. With Trigger now. Who sends it forward into Duhaji, who's caught offside on this instance. Hagley. What's playing nice and short. Foul upon Accardo. Pretty much in front of our position. Scopelliti plays for Fernandez. Fernandez into Fulgali. Scopelliti. Fernandez looks for Ono for a little bit of backward support. Ono plays forward for Tolly. Francis now dispossessed. So he's captain Nelson Salvatore. Suyama into Uchiyama. Cleared by Suma. Chance for Ballarat. They can just get control here. Trigger having a crack from range. For a couple of rebounds, it looks like it shall be a corner for the visitors. As is eventually confirmed. Played into midfield, off for Trigger, who has a crack from range. What could have been a bit of a pass, a bit of a cross. Whichever works out best was the intention. As it's nature of balls such as that. Here's crisply off Fugali. As it's firmly not clear and into the car park. Bulgari knocked down there by Xiaomi. Free kick played in what could have also been a bit of an advantage in the moments, but unfortunately, if you're already blowing, you've got to keep blowing. Clash in the box, play on. Chance for the host. Can I get their third here? Fernandez can't quite swing it in. Scopelliti has the chance now. Can someone get ahead to it? Looks like it was Fulgari there, just wide of the target. So it shall remain Upfield 2, Ballarat 4. Substitution for our hosts. And so we see number 10, Jonathan Fernandez, coming off the pitch. As we try to confirm his replacement for you. And now we finally can, with number 33, Aidan Hanush, making his way onto the pitch. So that's 10 Fernandez off, 33 Hanush on for Upfield. Throw for Ballarat, despite the complaints of the hosts, calling for a foul. Ugly playing back for his keeper, who's under a bit of pressure there. Perhaps fortunate to avoid Francis. He's already got at least one to his name. Suma switches for Hagley. Hagley opts for Ocado. Ocado into Fulgali, who's pressured, but finds Scopelliti. Scopelliti looking for the right pass forward. Tries to swing it through. Can't link up. As one of our younger spectators is fortunate not to gain a bit of a clobbering there. Ball eventually retrieved, and so back into play. Scopelliti tries to set it forward for Fulgali. As to deal with Xiaomi with Trigger. He's trying to break. Dealt with by Scoppoliti. He's got control. Perhaps a little bit of shirt tug in the process there. That's with Ricardo, regardless. Who swings it into the box. Bit touch on from that, but it's now with Ono. Touch of Tolly. Now side really able to respond there, as he's eventually cleared. I feel could be under a bit of pressure, a bit of danger here. As Hargley tries to get back into the opposing half once more. Ono sends it long, catches Samoon offside, and so free kick Ballarat once again. As they look for Bedgood, but can't quite find him. Hagley, Vulgari, back for the captain's armband wearer. They're not our initial starting captains. A chance for the visitors as they shoot, briefly denied by Aguila Royan, but eventually knocked clear into safety by Hagley. And so what should just be a mere throw. Swung to Francis, who can't control. Picked up well by Bedgood. Plays for Shoei. Shoei tries to swing in. Puts a little bit too much behind that one. And so out for a goal kick. Hagley, back for his keeper. Knocks long by Aguila Rohan. Can't find Heshamon. A firm tackle upon trigger there. Goes to ground. Play on is the referee's decision. Of how much longer, it's hard to say. Hanush. In with Tolly. Francis goes to ground there. With Scoppoliti, who has a crack. Well too much power on that ball. And so it shall remain Upfield 2, Ballarat 4. As Trigger is eventually back on his feet. A bit of a discussion with our referee. That's a bit aggrieved into how he's supposed to carry on. And nonetheless, carry on, he shall. Plenty of upset voices among the Upfield players. And eventually, the Ballarat keeper is given a yellow. Certainly seems to be a bit of time-wasting shenanigans there. Though, still playing his case is David Colton, despite the yellow. As if he's not quite too sure what went on there. Unless eventually we are brought back into play. Well, it's been far too long in terms of waiting. Scoppoliti. Got space on the wing. And he sends it in towards the box. Off Shiomi. Not controlled by either side. Shouts for handball. Waved on. With Hagley, who's in his own half. Schumer. Touched off Hanush. As it's sent long for Scoppoliti, who is onside. Tolly to Ricardo, knocks it forward. No one's there to knock it in. And so it's with the gloves of Colton. Bedgood. Plays back for Shomi. He's been a great supporting player for the Ballarat midfield. Nice bit of work there from Vulgari. A foul against Scoppoliti. Duhaji eventually brought back. Who was perhaps closely Getting a book in there himself. Xiaomi clears the ball, but with the wind is kept in and off the head of Fagali. Francis head, knocking it back further into the boot of Xiaomi. You can only get as far as Suma. Suma, ball collected by to Haji. Haji into Trigger, who sends his gun. That cannon certainly not hitting its mark this evening. There's our lights burst into life. Looks like we shall have a substitution for the visitors. We are certainly waiting to get the final decision on what's going to go ahead or not. Certainly no one can quite make up their mind in the moment. As the Ballarat physio eventually makes his way onto the pitch. With the injured player being Taishu Sojiyama, eventually onto his feet. So his physio will be able to have a quick check on him. Whether or not Sojiyama will be substituted, however, still yet to see. Indeed, he is. And looks like he is number 5, Oscar Cherry, to be his replacement. And so that is 8 Sojiyama off, 5 Cherry on for Ballarat. Scoppoliti. Wide for Ricardo, who battles off Cherry. Shimon gets past Cherry himself. Support there by Scoppoliti. No shot for goal as with Bedgood. Trigger a bit slow to get there. But he's supported by Francis. Duhaji, not quite fast enough for Aguila Rohan. Who belts it clear. Carlson collects. Throws wide. Oh no. Belling past Xiaomi for control of the ball with Ricardo. Moving Sherry to ground, swung in by Vulgari. A handball is awarded off the Upfield forward. Well, it could have almost certainly been their third goal for the evening. In the end, free kick Ballarat. Vulgari to Ricardo. Ricardo goes to the ground. Is awarded the foul. Calls for a booking by someone on the sideline. It should just be a free kick. And so we see number 21, Nicholas Vulgari, coming up to the mark for Upfield. So they will be keen to claw back on the deficit and break just to 1 the difference. Of course, Upfield were leading this game for most of the first half. In the end, it's Ono who has to touch. Head off Shamon, who finds the back of the net. Not for the first time, not for the second, but 3 for the Upfield number 9, Vani Shamun. It has been absolutely stellar this afternoon for our hosts. And finally, we're through the best. Upfield perhaps might have a bit of momentum for the second half to try and bring it back to level pegging, perhaps get the win. What we can say for certain is it's very much game on here in our State League 1 clash. Hagley. The free kick. It says Upfield for his keeper. Then Upfield commits a couple more as it reaches Ocado. He can't keep control. Chiomi to Cherry. Finds Bedgood, who's pressured. Picked up by Vulgari. Into Hanush. Finds Tolly. Back into Tolly, just inside the box with Ocado. A little bit of crunchy balls. They're into players. Free kick is awarded for Upfield. Just within their own half. Well, it had to mean just a little bit of heavy contact there. I didn't personally see too much in there in the moments. Hagley. Foul awarded against Cherry for holding his opposition player, Ocado. It's played up for Scopolini. Swings it in. Shouts a handball. Waved on. So much to the disrepute of the Upfield fans, who are not happy with that decision. Shomi knocking it forward. Can only find the head of Hagaley. Shimon, Scopoliti, presently is with Ono, who tries ball past Shimon. Cracking bit of work there from Ocado. Finds Vulgari. Swings into the box. Can the shot be on here for Upfield? No, not on this occasion. Briefly finds the boot of Zach Francis. Knocked forward by Upfield's Suma. Tolly. Off trigger. Back into Suma. Suma finds Shimon wide. He's got Cherry on his tail. Cherry doing well to keep back that field forward. That Scopoli is too much for him. Tolly with a chance. Can't quite hit that one right. And so is Upfield 3, Ballarat 4. And so Carlson knocks in the goal kick. Just penetrates the opposing half. This is knocked forward by Suma. Can't find Tolly. Shiomi. Tries to get forward for Duhaji. Finds the gloves of the opposing keeper in Aguilo Rohan. Says long towards Scopoliti. He gets a very faint touch but no control. Eventually under his boot. He's between the legs of Cherry. Chance for Upfield. Shouts right Upfield once more. Ignored by refereeing departments. Much to the grievance of the home support. Free kick awarded for the visitors. Upfield now the chance to break forward as Tolly tries to find Shimon. Shimon gets a slight touch, no control. Oh no, blocked by his own forward. Tolly goes to ground, as does Ono. Very much bedlam within the Ballarat box. O'Galey knocks back for his keeper. Unintentionally cleared by Agricakis. So he's still at the throw to be played in. So eventually is. And into trigger. He likes to shoot from range, instead opts for a pass forward. Perhaps slightly out of character for what we've seen of him so far this afternoon. However, certainly not too happy with our refereeing department. Making one or two complaints known to our ref. Still trying to argue the earlier potential handball, which was waved on. I think perhaps has to be carefully not to be put for dissent. And just give it a rest. And so we shall have a substitution for the hosts. Number 17, Salvatore Caro coming off the pitch. Looks like he's been replaced by number 23, Peter Marinkovic. And so 17, Caro off, 23 Marinkovic on for Upfield. Bedgood got space, but he's quickly being tailed by Vulgari and Marinkovic behind him. Plays for showing for safety, who knocks it into the opposing half, off the head of Duhaji. Schumer, brought down, is given the free kick. Duhaji given a bit of a warning. Oh no. It's Vulgari. Just got to keep it on the ground here. Sends Marinkovic. Headed off Cherry. Scovolini there for support. Bit of a knock there. The throw should suffice. Hanush. Try sent for Shamon and Agricakis. It's all's needed. Vulgari. To Hanush. Shamon can't send the ball in. So with Duhaji now. He sends wide for Bedgood, who gets the touch. Bit of a clip in the process. And he's eventually dealt with by Upfield midfield. They do consider throwing the process, something they're not keen on. But I'm sure they'll be much rather be able to get back a little bit, rebuild the formation, get some control in this game, and seek the equaliser. Francis opting to go wide with Uchiyama, unable to swing it further forward. He does the throw, given the little deflection. Hanush. Vulgari. Head of Gailey. Scopolidi. Send it high in the air. Off the shoulder of Cherry. Chance for trigger. Says it in for Bedgood. And he shoots. He scores. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Offside. Much to the joy of a fair few Upfield spectators. And so, despite the ball, it shall remain Upfield 3, Ballarat 4. As the host threatened to make it 4-4 here. Shot on by Tully. As he scores. Banging the ball in the left corner. Cracking goal for our hosts. Much to the sheer jubilation of the Upfield fans. And so, after a bit of a battle, it's Upfield 4, Ballarat City 4. Surely there can't be too many more goals in this game. I do apologise for any vulgarities who may have been overheard in the process of the goal celebrations. Nonetheless, it does stand. Upfield 4, Ballarat City 4, as for the third time this afternoon, we're at level pegging, given the equaliser. Yet somehow Upfield find their second goal scorer of the afternoon as well, given the earlier hat-trick. And so, given Shamun has got 3, can Tolly get 2? Cherry knocks forward, can't get past Vulgari. Vulgari knocks it long. No one's really there to support him, as Carlton rushes forward to knock it forward in to the outfield half. At least from a Ballarat point of view. Ringovic versus Cherry, battling for possession, deep in the Ballarat half. Bit of manhandling. And so, Upfield do gain the free kick. So a nervy moment for our hosts, which could regain the lead. So they've taken twice in this game. And so, Ray Ono with the honours here. As he's forced to win the ball a bit further to the side, which could end up playing in his favour as well, given the positioning of the Ballarat wall, just comprises of Francis and Bedgood. Ono swings into the box. A few boots collected by David Carlton, the Ballarat keeper, who would be keen to walk away from this fixture on a long trip home with at least a point. Suma eventually finds Hanush. Hanush looks wide from Rinkovic. This comes off the head of Bedgood. Bows past Sherry, can't get past Bedgood. As gains a little bit of clip in the process. Bedgood plays in Francis, who's caught offside. Hanush belts it far, can't quite get to Ono though. He does eventually get there after a bit of a soft deflection, which no one was keen to chase. Par himself. Full guard now. Hanush, pressure by Francis. Oxford Hagley. Hagley, wide once again for Ono. Ono with a bit of mind games. Does result in a Ballarat throw in front of their opposing technical area as well. Free kick for Upfield, just within their own half now. Only by a couple of feet. So play wide from Rinkovic. He's got space. Cherry now on his tail. 1-2 off Scoppolidi. Sends Rinkovic forward. Swings it into the box. Deflected by the Ballarat defender. Header for Gailey. Chance for Trigger to break here. As he's trying to find Duhaji onside. With a firm tackle there by Suma against Trigger. No free kick given. Trigger's been certainly on the receiving end of 1 or 2 firm tackles. But certainly no fouls. At least not from my recollection, at least in this half. Bedgood looking for an option. So tries to play wide, but Agrokakis is a bit too fast. Plays for Shimon. Can't return the ball back to Agrokakis. With a slight deflection, it is a throw for the outfield player. Totally brought to ground, does gain the free kick, despite the dispute from at least Duhaji. We've certainly been a bit quick to complain to our referee during this game. Certainly can't have one too many more warnings. As we're almost in the final 5 minutes of regulation time. And so, can this be the moment where Upfield regains the lead? Swung into the box, off the boot of Aidan Lane, and so corner for Upfield. Very, very promising moment for our hosts this afternoon. As Ono swings it into the box. Who can get ahead to it? No one. Bruno Francis. Shot from range from Tolley. I believe there's a bit of deflection there. Indeed. It's confirmed by referee. And so, once more, Upfield corner. As Ray Ono rapidly switches across to the far side. Swung into the box. Who can get to it this time? Charles Shamon. Denied by Duhaji. And so another corner for Upfield. Forcing Ono to chase once more to the other side of the pitch. Feels like he's having to do the bake test all over again. And so we wait Ono to swing in for the third time in less than a minute. Into the box. Who can get ahead to it? No one, it seems. Francis with the clearance for Ballarat. Can't get beyond Hanush, who tries to bring it forward once more for Upfield. Free kick awarded for Ballarat, by the looks of things. In a very narrow bit of the pitch, relatively speaking. Referee perhaps not quite too happy with the attitudes of the Upfield bench. Just trying to get a couple of people just to chill it down a bit. Should just be a warning for whatever is aggrieving our referee. Not entirely sure what sparked off that moment. Perhaps just one or two slightly heated words, given the high rising emotions of this fixture. As Vidas make another sub. As we see, number 30, Emmanuel Honsagoglu. Apologies if I did butcher that one. Actually, it is the throw, not a free kick for Ballarat that's played in. So, Tolley. Tries to get forward. Knocks it for Shamon. Might have a crack himself. He's already got 3. Plays for Bulgari. Not clear by Ballarat. Agrikakis with the throw. Just Ballarat, try and get their own half now. They're awarded with the throw. Salvatore to Salvatore. With Bedgood, pressured by Bulgari. Scopolidi does well to send it through for Shaman. Tries to send it into the box. No one's really there to collect it for him. Scopolidi does eventually get it under control for Upfield as he tries to find just the right option, the right pass. I'm sure Roldino Salvatore is not the right pass as far as he was concerned there. Shimon awarded the corner for Upfield, given the deflection of David Sherry. Apologies, Oscar Cherry. And so it's Rayano once more with the corner for Upfield. Swung in. Who can get to it this time? In the end, nice complete with the gloves of David Colton of Ballarat. The Ballarat still not yet out of danger. As we almost reached the end of the full 90 here. Foul awarded against Upfield after one of the Ballarat fullbacks. So it's a very firm knock. Looks like shall be a booking here. And looks like it has been awarded to the number 9, Vanny Shamon, the hat-trick scorer for Upfield. And now card holder. Suppose Shamon, a bit like a wallet this afternoon for Upfield, carries all the gold, and he also gets the cards as well. And so it shall be Colton take the free kick for Ballarat, who knocks it far, knocks it deep. Can he find a teammate? No, he can't. Bulgaria there with a bit of aerial acts. Both sides extremely desperate to get the win here. All sensing that there is barely any time to even twiddle their thumbs. As we reach the end of the 90, and so we're very much down to the referee's discretion now. They call the end of this State League 1 fixture. A game which arguably both sides could claim they do rightly deserve the win, given how they performed. You know, I almost feel like a draw would have stolen proceedings here. As Upfield have got a late opportunity here. Shamon has got things under control, just about still. Support from Anush. Knocks in. Can Marikovic get a touch? No, he can't. It's with the gloves of Colton. Francis looks to play into his gaffer, Michael Trigger, who clears it long. Almost knocking out the VAR in the process. Chance from Marikovic now. If he can swing into the box, does so. Any connection? No, there's not. Perhaps there's been a bit of a curse of the day for Upfield in lacking that final connection deep within enemy territory. Then you can't get much deeper than the opposing keeper's box. With Francis, who battles past Scoppolidi, finds the supported Trigger, who's got 3, 4, at least 5 around him. Potential foul there, waved on by a referee. And Shiomi plays wide. 4 lane. Says long and far. Offside position, and so collected nice comfy by the gloves of Aguila Rohan. Simple play on, opportunity wise. Carlton having a crack of a kick. Finds Ono. Very much extreme tension now. Indeed, it would be nice just to have the full-time whistle, just put everyone out of their miseries. As Marikovic has a crack, very, very easily denied by Cherry there. Scoppolidi looks for an option in the box. Yeah, it's just with Bedgood, who belts it long. Trigger tries to chase down. He's not quite fast enough to get past Suma and beat the Upfield keeper. And given the lack of additional time in the first half, it's almost like we're playing next goal wins here, which would be a very interesting way to end such a tense fixture. Francis. Handled by Vulgari. Is awarded the foul. Francis knocks it quickly into Trigger. Trigger to Bedgood. Trigger to touch. And Agricakus just clips his boot in just fast enough. Francis back for Bedgood. Got to get past Hagaley. Pressure by Vulgari. Trigger in for support. Free kick awarded in Upfield's favour. Much to the spirit of the Ballarat players. So we'll have to watch that one back again. Just who had the touch too firm. We've now had 4 additional minutes played. Corner is awarded. Played all too quickly for anyone's reaction. Presently, it is with Ray Ono of Upfield. Looks for Rinkovic. Can't get it beyond his shoulder. Shimon the crack. Denied by Carlton. Ono. Wide for Agricakus, who needs to port. This is the battle off a Bedgood and Salvatore. Trigger. Can't link up. Scopoletti back for his keeper. He's got to be careful there. Francis with the inception. Scopoletti now. Murikovic. Back for Scopoletti. Plays up for Agricakus, who enters into the opposing half. Hanush. Tries to send Tolly, who can't quite keep his footing there. As everyone was saying, 6 full additional minutes played. So it's certainly safe to say any minutes that we're supposed to have added on in the first half has been added on for this half. As we see a free kick awarded for Upfield. Pretty much bang on the 97th minute mark. Quite extensive. This half is becoming. And so, can Ono be the hero for our hosts? He's given the go-ahead. Swings into the box of the head of Agricakus. Denied by David Colton once again. Who belts it into the enemy half of the head of Vulgari. Bouncing back into the Ballarat half. Francis sends it forward. But with that, finally, we received the full-time whistle from our referee. And so with that, in what seems like an almost unjust stalemate for either side, it is Upfield 4, Ballarat 4, in a very high-scoring fixture this afternoon. And so, a nice point on the road for our visitors who have been in decent shape so far this season. Upfield, I'm sure, will be happy. Just keep getting points on the table after a bit of a rough start to the year. Nonetheless, plenty of goals, plenty of excitement. But in the end, it all seems like that little extra something is missing either way. Irregardless, for On Flow Media, I've been William Bennett, and until next time, cheerio.